Good morning, everyone. It's a little late today. I guess it's afternoon now, isn't it? I went to the blood draw lab this morning to have some tests done because it was about that time after all the medication that I am now on. My cholesterol has dropped a ton. Like there's like yellow bad, green good, and then for some reason there's a lower than good for cholesterol. So I'm like, I went from yellow bad, like if it's a full tank, I'm now down to a quarter of a tank of bad cholesterol, which is good. So, or however that works. The green was in the right, the marker was in the right place in the green. So cholesterol seems to be being managed right now. Testosterone that I talked about before, because I have that. It's a gel that's got alcohol in it, so when you rub it on your shoulders, it dissolves, but the medication is absorbed. That is in the good now, rather than way below normal. So that's good. The A1C, though, is a problem. My A1C has gone up, even with the blood sugar meds that they put me on. It has still gone up, unfortunately. So we will probably be seeing Ozempic, because she made two suggestions. One looked like a dessert, and the other one was Ozempic. The wording, the way the words looked, it was very funny. You either have, I think it looked more like, look, you can either have Mojave or you could have Ozempic. And I'm like, well, I don't know what Mojave is, but I've heard of Ozempic. That Ozempic is one of those drugs that they found helps with diabetes, but unfortunately, it also helps with weight loss. So it's the new weight loss treatment that doesn't seem to have any terrible side effects. I guess for some people there are side effects, but it's like for the majority of people, you know, it's not like it elevates your heart rate. It doesn't. As a matter of fact, I think while we were having that brunch, one of the friends that we met, the new friends that we met, that I need to start working on names, because the names are difficult anyway if I'm not interacting with you, you know, at least 3 or 4 times a day. Matt's very fortunate that I interact with him most of the day. Otherwise, I wouldn't remember his name. But they had said that the Ozempic stuff actually helps your heart and can help your kidneys by protecting them or something like that. I don't know. That's something I would have to research a little bit more into. I'm not exactly familiar. Maybe someone could shed some light. But she had said that actually that it's a beneficial thing for some of your organs. So that's interesting. So, and on the note that my CNP sent, she said, if you're still worried about the needle, it's very tiny, and many people have said that they don't even feel it. And I mean, so if she pushes that forward, then we may start seeing that. It's a weekly injection. The amount that you have to pay for it, though, because it's now a designer drug, more or less. It helps with diabetes, but it also does a lot for weight loss. So a lot of, depending on the situation, I think a lot of insurance companies are not allowing you to claim it on insurance. So because it's being used as to help with blood sugar, but a lot of people are rushing to it in order to lose weight. So there's more profitability in it not being insurable in most cases. So, and that's just how the American medical situation works right now. If it's more profitable, then it's not going to be insured, you know. And it's just one of those things. I don't know. I don't know a ton about it. I can just, from my past experiences with a lot of different things, I can come to the conclusion that the reason Ozempic is I think it's like $99 a month for diabetic medication, but you know, that should not be $99 a month, because I'm sure it's pennies to manufacture. I don't know. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, Crusader Cup. Gonna do a medium fine grind. And it's like, where's all your optimism gone? And with medical stuff and insurance and drugs and stuff like that, I just don't have any confidence or any enthusiasm towards it. I mean, it's a money-making thing. They had to fight to get diabetic medication to a reasonable level so that people who are dying could pay for it. It had to be a government legislation to do that, and that is just not the way it should be. It should not. I mean, as long as that kind of stuff is for profit, it's going to be out of reach for a lot of people still. So. And I've been kind of dreading the whole Ozempic thing. I knew it would probably be coming. I was hoping this blood sugar medication would help. It did not. So, I guess we'll see what happens if that's something that we start. I'd rather take a brand that I know, or I've seen at least on Ozempic, rather than whatever the M was. I don't know what that is. I think Ro offers that as well as Ozempic, the online thing, and it says could be used to treat high blood sugar, but you know what? Use it for weight loss, and they can charge an ungodly amount for. I mean, $99 a month. Imagine that's something that could help you with your blood sugar, and you have to pay $99 a month for it. And it means like being diabetic or, not. It's awful. It's really aggravating. It continues to be aggravating to me. So that's why I don't want to use medication. I don't want to take drugs because, it's the whole for-profit thing, and it just bothers me. So. I had about 32 grams. We're gonna get this up here, keep her nice and agitated, and try to get her up to about 450. Shouldn't be difficult. 450. There we go. 456. Okay. I think I could do 500, but I'm fine without that. So we will let that go for about 4 minutes, give or take. I don't really have much to talk about except for the visit. I mean, look, I don't know if you can see or not, because I can't see where she stuck me at all. The blood draw folks at the lab at the CarePoint East facility for OSU, I have never had a problem. I've never come back with a bruise. Sometimes I can see the spot, but that's just, I don't know. But it's just a spot. It's not like a bruise or I'm in pain. It's never hurt to get a blood draw there. Even when the nurses upstairs did it, because they have their own blood draw lab downstairs, but upstairs, I think once one of the nurses said, I want to show them how to use a butterfly and you need blood labs done. Is it okay if I do it to you up here? And I'm like, sure, go right ahead. Couldn't feel it. Had no idea. And today they took 3 tubes, which is why I had had a bit of a lay down when I got home, because I think I left at about 10 till 8, and then I got back at like 10 till 8, and then I got back at around 8:40. So, I mean, it took no time. It's about a 17-minute ride there, and then there was no line at the lab, so it went fairly quickly. And like I said, those nurses are outstanding. You can't feel it. I don't even think because there's a butterfly and then there's a straight one, and I think she used a straight one and I still couldn't feel it. The butterfly is usually the more, I think maybe it feels a little bit better, or it's a little bit easier on you or something like that. No, she used a straight one. It just went right in, came out, and I didn't feel a thing. So it was a great experience. It's always a great experience with that lab. I've never, ever, ever had a problem. And it's so weird because sometimes I'll go in there. I think I went in there once. And there was this child in there screaming. She hadn't even come at him with a needle. And he was just screaming that this woman was going to kill him. Just screaming that you were going to drain all of my blood and I'm going to die. That kind of a thing. And the mother was Very little help. She just screamed and screamed and screamed, and I don't know how they did it, but somehow they must have got tired enough to where they were able to get something in their arm and get what they needed out, and then they shuffled the kid out, sniffling and crying, although significantly less than when they started. And she's like, come on in. And I'm like, should I? And I sat down, and she came over to me, and she just, was just the biggest upset face. And I said, do you want to take a minute? Because I know you might be in a hurry, but I'm personally not in a hurry. And if you need to take a minute, I don't mind. And if you want to talk about it, I don't mind. And she's like, I'll be okay. Yes, thank you very much, she said, but I'll be okay. And she brightened up a little bit, because it's just a horrible experience to have a child scream at you like that, and then to scream that you're going to kill him. Oh my gosh, I can't imagine. So that was an experience at that point. And I felt really bad for her, but she recovered and got over it, and is still there to this day, and is still doing a wonderful job. And all of the nurses that are underneath her also do a wonderful job. So it's great. Going there and getting your arm stuck for blood draw is easy and painless, as long as you are still, which you should be still regardless, and try not to fight. It's very hard to resist the urge to fight, because it's like, they're sticking something in your arm. That's not something that you want normally. So, but it turned out really well. So I'm really happy about that. Let's deposit coffee into the TARDIS. Good stuff. Really can't, I can do it from here maybe. It's going to take its sweet time getting down through there. So I think I'm going to have to go on Ozempic, which is fine. It's not fine, but I'm not against it. I don't want to stick myself with a needle in my stomach, but I'll take her word for it that it is not difficult. And most people say it doesn't hurt. Well, that's great. I'm so glad. It's not somebody putting it in their arm, but it feels like you'd want to put it in the source rather than put it in your arm and let it travel. I don't know. All right. I think we got it. I think we have. Whoa, that got full. All right, so 452 or 3 grams of water, probably about 450 after all the water has gotten absorbed by the grounds. Pretty much it. It's gonna be hard to get downstairs. Oh, so good though. Crusader Cup, Scotcheroo flavored coffee, such good stuff. Thanks for tuning in today. I really appreciate it. We'll keep it light. It's probably, well, we'll see what happens tomorrow. I'll try to get some coffee down from the cabinet, and I'm sure I'll be fine. I'll be better. Right now I'm just a little loopy. I should probably have something to eat. They took 3 tubes of blood out of my arm. I know that because, but even though I didn't look, I did look over after she was done, after she put the bandage on my arm, and I saw 3 tubes. So it's like, oh, that was in me, and now it's not. So yeah, it's okay. It's all right. You should definitely go get yourself tested and see if you're okay. That's exactly what I did. I went to get tested to see if I was okay. I found out there were some places where I was not okay. Several of those places have gotten much better because I am on medication. One needs to have different medication in order to get it better. And that A1C I'm hoping to fix. So it would be nice. So you should definitely take care of yourself and figure all that stuff out while you can. Have a great day on that note. We'll talk to you tomorrow. We'll get another cup of coffee and we'll talk about something else, I'm sure. We'll see you later. Bye.